This is Daily Armenia, CivilNet's daily news digest. Here's what's making headlines in Armenia today. The U.S. State Department says it has no information to confirm recent reports that the Trump administration has proposed American oversight of a transit corridor linking Azerbaijan to its Nakhichevan exclave through Armenian territory. In a reply to the state outlet Armen Press, a spokesperson said the United States supports efforts to promote peace and stability in the South Caucasus. We have no information to provide regarding those press reports. Those reports came from Carnegie Endowment analyst Ruben Vardanyan, who cited two foreign diplomats. They claimed the Trump administration had presented a proposal to both Armenia and Azerbaijan. According to her sources, the idea was similar to an older EU-backed plan that followed the 2008 Russia-Georgia war. That plan involved using a neutral Swiss company to oversee transport routes through Russian-occupied Georgian territories, and would share data with all sides. Deputy Armenian Foreign Minister Mnatsakan Safarian has since commented that Yerevan would accept outside administration of a road for Azerbaijani passage if it operates under the sovereignty, jurisdiction, and territorial integrity of Armenia. Armenia's foreign ministry did not confirm or deny the U.S. proposal, saying discussions are ongoing with several partners, aiming for results that serve Armenia's interests and boost regional connectivity. At a State Department briefing yesterday, spokesperson Tammy Bruce said the U.S. remains committed to peace in the region, but had no further details to share. That same day, Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan and Azerbaijani President Ilham Aliyev met in Abu Dhabi to negotiate a potential normalization deal, including the subject of transit routes. Human rights lawyer Siranush Sahakyan says former Artsakh State Minister Ruben Vardanyan has been denied a fair trial and basic legal protections in Azerbaijan. Sahakyan, who represents Armenian POWs at the European Court of Human Rights, outlined serious violations in Vardanyan's case. She says Azerbaijan failed to provide an independent and impartial court, ignored defense motions, and conducted a one-sided investigation with a predetermined outcome. Judges reportedly denied Vardanyan full access to case materials and even attached falsified documents to the file. She also criticized the decision to try Vardanyan, a civilian with no ties to law enforcement or the military, before a military tribunal. This created a fundamentally unfair situation, she said, where the defense has no realistic chance to challenge the charges or prove innocence. In such conditions, the concept of a fair trial becomes an empty formality. Sahakyan stressed that Azerbaijan's approach violates both its own laws and international standards. She called the trial politically motivated and illegitimate, and urged global leaders and human rights bodies to step in and pressure Baku to uphold its international obligations, particularly the right to a fair trial, as guaranteed by the European Convention on Human Rights. Vardanyan is one of several former leaders of Artsakh captured by Azerbaijan following the 2023 blockade and forced displacement of the region's Armenian population. Others in detention include its former presidents and other high-ranking officials, all of whom face serious charges that could result in life sentences. Check out our interview with Rex Kalamian, assistant coach of the Milwaukee Bucks and head coach of Armenia's national basketball team, who shared how he's using his NBA experience to build Armenia's basketball program from the ground up. Kalamian offers insights into his recruiting process and what he's learned working with some of the biggest names in the game. He also reflects on what representing Armenia means to him as the grandson of a genocide survivor, and the profound impact his work in the country has had on him. Find a link to the broadcast in this video's description. And finally, the CivilNet number of the day is 355. That's the age of a rare Armenian gospel manuscript created in the province of Basen near Erzurum and thought to be lost during the Armenian genocide that has found a permanent home in Yerevan's Madenataran book depository. Known as the Redeemer Gospel, this handwritten parchment has an embossed leather cover decorated with metalwork, medallions, and a raised silver cross. The Viva Telecommunications Company contributed approximately $40,000 toward the acquisition of the gospel, part of a global movement to return scattered Armenian cultural heritage pieces back to the country. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.